computer to do the Zoom meeting with my dad.
Crap, everything's getting tangled again.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, hang on a second here. Turn that on. Lower this down. Okay. Alright. So today, welcome to... Alright, so today, since we're done with the Mario RPG live stream, we are now today going to be streaming... Let's see, I think everything's going. Yes, we are now going to be streaming a little game called Luigi's Mansion 2D Arcade.
Ah, okay.
And I might have to... We won't be able to see any... we won't be able to see any comments that come up if there are any.
Unless you split the screen up.
Which I could do that, but the problem is it might glitch something out. And my computer seems to have an easier time running, and we can try that. All right, display
it's only as simple as like the.
Well, no, I'm being serious. My computer's been having issues running in double screen.
Okay.
It's been like glitching and stuff, so it doesn't like that.
Even with the even with simple games like the Luigi's Arcade.
Mm-hmm. Well, just in general, in general, it doesn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, hang on here.
If you still have second thoughts about it, you can.
No, it should run just fine. It should work for the time being.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like I would have my phone up and stuff like that, watching the stream, or your phone would be up to watch the stream.
Oh, dadgummit! Why does this thing do that? Stop putting my desktop. Stop moving my desktop icons wherever you want, you stupid thing. Sort by name, and this is very big. Where's the? No. Dadgummit. Okay, hold on. Display options. Things are breaking again. Automatic. Capture method. Okay, this stupid thing. What? Okay. Why is it capturing just us? Okay. That's fine. Fine. Nah. Windowed projector. Rename. Transfer. Projector source. Where's the stupid... Oh, this is irritating.
We can always try the cell phone method if this is getting too complicated.
Fit the screen. Where is it? See, this thing's set to a weird... What the... Oh, you stupid thing. Where's the... Preview scaling? Oh, no, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, hold on. I know what the problem is. Hang on. This needs to be put back down to 1920 by 1080. And this should fix it because... Oh, look, there we go. It fixed it. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, fine. It works now. Congratulations to me. We're just going to play the game.
Yeah. At least a couple of rounds. There's the Luigi's Mansion to the arcade.
Welcome to... Alright, so this is a little project that I hinted at a few months ago. Oh, whoops. It's probably going to disappear for a moment because I'm trying to turn up the volume. Alright. There we go. We'll just do this. We'll just do this here.
Yeah.
Turn this, lower this down a bit. And yes, there is a rainbow on my background.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh, this thing's kind of laggy. Hang on a second here. There's something else I gotta fix. The screen's refresh rate seems to be a problem. Yep. Refresh rate needs to be fixed. Yep, keep changes. Thank you. Yay, fixing problems right on stream. Isn't this fantastic?
Yeah.
Stupid controller. Why does everything have to fall to the floor? Okay. So this is a little arcade game that I've been working on for a while. I've been on break from it for a bit, but I've been anxious to actually show it off and everything, and I'm making loud squeaking sounds with my chair.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Alright. There. Well, explain the settings.
So, yeah, I probably should explain. The mansion mode, when you get to the main menu, the game asks you where will you go. We've selected to the mansion because it's the only thing that works right now. There used to be a test room we could go to, but that causes the game to explode. So down on the bottom there, the Y button controls the difficulty of the game. X button controls the time the game takes to the time of the game, how long it takes to get through it, and B controls whether there are bosses or not. And then there's going to be 5 different areas. Right now, the only one that's available is the E3 Mansion. And let's see here. You can when you go to select an area, you can press right or left to switch the background music, which we have E3, the Luigi's Mansion Beta Restoration version of the Mansion's theme. You can listen to the final version of the Mansion, or a custom mashup version where I took the E3 version and combined it with the final version. And then there's a MIDI file version, which I actually had to record as an MP3 format to work because Game Maker Studio does not read MIDI files like the original Game Maker did. So we'll just start with Louis. Okay, let's try this again. We'll start with E3 Mansion. So I should mention the time of the game. Basically, by default, the game defaults to 4 hours. If you press X, it goes to 6 hours, and then one more time, it drops down to 2 hours. In which every hour in this game passes. Every 6 minutes that passes in real time is 1 hour to the game, and that's why there's that clock down there that reads 12 a.m. military time. I think what we'll do is we'll start with we'll do a couple short rounds with no bosses, and then we'll actually play a third round that has bosses and is 4 hours in length, which would be which is just going to be 24 minutes real time.
All right.
And this way it gives us an opportunity to show the characters that are available currently.
Yeah. I'll be
So,
Mario then.
Yeah.
And these are the different costumes.
Yep. And each one of them gets a description. There's even a Ghostbusters outfit. So we'll just start with the equipment in order. So, like, I'll go with the Poltergeist 400. You can do the 3000.
All right.
And the next round, we'll just change it up over there.
All right.
The next round. And so all equipment in this game have different stats. So do the characters. Like each character is affected differently based on their speed. So the faster a character is, the more frightened of ghosts they'll be. And the slower they are, the less frightened they are.
Great party boo. We call him the Rape Party Boo because
He looks like he's having a party over in the corner.
you know what?
Awesome! So yes, in the game, you can find Speedy Spirits hidden throughout the mansion.
Ah, here we go.
Yeah, you can find Speedy Spirits hidden throughout the mansion, and one of them may be carrying a key. Which, if you've seen the video I posted a while back of a little preview of this game, I collected a golden key that went into this room and allows me to collect all this treasure. It gives me a nice little boost on
Points and stuff.
points and stats. Oh, that room's cleared.
Yeah. Also explain like the gear too that we're.
Right. So I am carrying the Poltergeist 400, which, just like the original beta version of Luigi's Mansion, if you hold it too long, it'll overheat and damage me, as it did earlier and just now, because I foolishly held on to it for too long. When I was constructing this game, I had arcade difficulty in mind, so this thing does behave a lot like an arcade game. Not just aesthetically, but difficulty as well.
Yeah. And the meter underneath my thing is the stamina, right?
For David, he's carrying the Poltergeist 3000. Unlike the Poltergeist 400, which doesn't overheat, the 3000 is also weaker in power, so it doesn't capture things as quickly as the 400 might. And instead of overheating, it has something that I call the grip meter.
Yeah, that'll be a good time to explain that monstrosity you made.
Okay, so we'll get to that. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But in short, the grip meter is basically the 3000 and the 3000's version of the overheat meter. If you're not pulling the correct direction when trying to capture ghosts, that will decline, and if it runs out, you'll lose the ghosts. Now, the little critter that just popped out of the darkness and attacked me is the ghost mushroom from Super Mario Maker 2. And that thing's invincible. You cannot capture it. If it gets a hold of you, it will start gnawing on your head like a Metroid.
Yeah.
You can also turn your light off by pressing the A button, which makes your character duck. And X button makes your character jump. I should mention that this game was not developed for an Xbox controller. It was instead developed for the Nintendo Switch Wired Pro controllers. More specifically, the GameCube variant. So this game uses uses Smash Brothers controls. In order to play. You use the R button to turn on your ghost capturing equipment. And basically, just like any traditional Luigi's Mansion game, whichever direction the ghost is facing, you gotta pull the opposite of. You yourself cannot change direction once the capturing process begins. But when the ghosts change direction while trying to get away, then you press the opposite direction.
Yeah. Nothing. Alright. Got that, and grab this.
So something I should mention is that there's some hidden systems in this game that cannot be seen on the surface. If a player does a combo capture of multiple ghosts, they get more and more treasure with each capture. So, for example, if they get if they get 3 ghosts in their line, the first ghost that gets captured will drop the default amount of money allowed to them.
Yeah.
But it will raise an invisible combo counter by 1, which will cause the next ghost to drop double the amount that they had, and it'll raise the combo counter again, which will make the third ghost drop triple. And so the more ghosts you have in your line, the bigger your rewards are, such as you see right there on my screen.
Yeah.
Making combo captures is a good way to increase your score further. And I should mention that performing a combo capture makes it a little more difficult to capture ghosts. The more ghosts you have in a line, the harder it is to reel them in. And I should mention the stronger the vacuum it is, the stronger capture equipment have an easier time reeling ghosts in. However, weaker ones will struggle more. So, some other things we should bring up about this game is that when I was constructing this game, one of the things I had in mind was definitely a 2-player mode. And when I was working on the 2-player mode, I decided that for a fact I did want there to be a optional cooperative. I wanted cooperativeness and competitiveness all to be an option.
Yeah.
Players can either choose to progress room to room together to make it easier to capture ghosts, or they can compete for the highest score. And even some of the equipment have hidden cooperative features in them as well. By some, I mean 1.
Yeah.
Which we will get to that one later, which I did not show off during the little preview video that I did a few months back. The sweet sound of a triple combo capture.
Alright.
Oh, we won't show that feature off in this round. We'll do that in the full round.
Okay.
Oh, crud. I was not paying attention to what I was doing, and I just lost a Speedy.
At least it wasn't the key one.
Yeah, the only one that's active was the key one, which I got that one first Speedy I encountered. But yeah, just to reiterate, this game was constructed in Game Maker Studio 1, and has been a real joy to work on.
Yeah. Ah! Okay, I feel better now.
I should mention that the Poltergust 400 does have a passive damage feature. Even if you're not pulling in the direction that you need to, it will slowly damage them. However, I do not recommend relying on that feature. Something I shouldn't leave out is that the rounds for this game go until the timer below runs out.
Yeah.
In which it does that by reaching the time allotted mentioned at the start of the round. In this case, we chose a 2-hour round, so the round will end at 2 a.m. in the morning.
There we go.
I should mention that these ghosts will drop power-ups. So far you may have seen a red or blue mushroom show up. The red mushrooms will make your character temporarily faster for 1 minute, making it easier to dodge enemies. If you happen to pick up a blue mushroom, it will strengthen your equipment's defenses. So in my Poltergust 400's case, it will take longer for my Poltergust 400 to overheat, allowing for longer captures to be easier to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, like I picked up the blue one.
So in David's case, because he's holding the 3000, it actually just got a supercharge to its grip meter, meaning his vacuum could has a stronger grip because of it.
Yeah.
So this is the results screen of the game. When the timer runs out, the game goes to this screen and shows you everything you've collected and tallies it all up. In my case, I've got, as a result of everything I've picked up, I have a score of 229,832,100. And that's merely because I got the golden key, and that gave a huge point boost.
Yeah.
If you play a mode where there's no bosses involved, the only way to get pearls is by getting the golden chest. So this is everything that's available to collect in the game, and their price tags. The crowns are bosses, which we will show them off later. And then you got all the treasure and stuff. And yes, you're not seeing things. That golden diamond there is indeed that golden diamond beneath all the other ones is worth $500 million in value, which that can only be obtained in the golden chest, which has a 20% chance of dropping.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy score to get.
So if I had scored that, if I had gotten the golden mushroom in this, the golden diamond in this round, I would have had almost $1 billion. I would have had roughly had 700 million. So we also have meter aesthetics. for the vacuums. So for player 1, by pressing the L or R buttons on the controller, they can change how the meters look for player 1 and 2 respectively. There's even a meter here that's for the next lineup of equipment that we'll be using. The Poltergust 5000. See here, for this round, I'll be choosing they would be using the Poltergust 5000 from Luigi's Mansion 2, and I'll be using the final and very special looking equipment that's at the bottom of the list. Something I should also mention is that if you press minus on the key on your game controller, you can get a CRT filter.
Yep.
Which we will use for this round.
Alright.
So for this one, let's use the final game, and we'll use another 12-minute round. So for this round, I think I will play as Professor Egad. So in this game, you can use a proton pack, which is what I'll be using for this round.
And I'll be using the 500.
The 5000, yeah.
5000.
So something to mention about the 5000 is it plays exactly the same as the Poltergust 3000. However, its damage ratio is much lower, and so is its grip meter. The 5000 was designed for folks who really want to give themselves a challenge, and also because if you read the description on the equipment, I poke fun at Dark Moon's Poltergust 5000. So to use the proton pack, you have to place a trap using the B button, and then press and hold L button to hold the trap open, so that you can press and hold the L button to hold the trap open, while you hold ghosts over said trap to capture them.
Yeah.
This equipment does overheat like the 400, however, I did not turn off the bosses. Okay, so bosses are here.
I thought you did that on purpose.
I didn't mean to do that.
Because I thought you wanted to show off the bosses too this round.
Well, I meant to do that for the full round. Oh well, we'll just go with this. So this is what it looks like to capture a boss. You hold a trap. So there is one boss in particular that you can face in this game. Oh, look at that! I found a spooker. So if you'll notice down on David's screen, that Poltergust 5000 has a harder time. Oh, well, you know, I just got the boss key. So that key I picked up goes to the mansion's main boss, in which doing well on capturing bosses will score you big on money. If you notice, when I captured Neville, he had a multiplier appear over his head.
You got two of them stuck on your head.
And so that multiplier rises the longer you have a boss ghost in your capture stream or whatever. If you happen to capture a ghost with that multiplier up, then you'll get big money for the higher that multiplier is. So I know under normal circumstances, I would go rushing off to the boss, but because we're still just showing off equipment, we are actually going to. I'm actually going to face the mansion boss in the next round. So something you might notice is now Egad has some glitter, some golden glitter around him. This indicates that I have picked up another one of the power-ups that can be dropped only by Speedy Spirits, a golden mushroom. By picking this up, it locks your combo counter to 10 by default, and it makes it rise from there. It makes it rise from there when you do combos. Making it easier to get even higher scores. Oh, right. So something I never mentioned is that for the vacuum, for the vacuums, you can have an infinite number of ghosts in your capture line. However, the proton pack, because it doesn't require you to do sort of a power struggle with the ghosts, it can only hold 3 at a time. Yeah. So you'll have to be careful when using the proton pack, just because. Oh, that was close. Just because you don't have to move around doesn't mean you're safe. Also, ahead of time, we should mention if one person should fall, then they can be revived by the other player.
How do I get the most ghosts?
Right, I should mention that these rooms do restart, which you've probably already noticed by now. And they always have a random number of ghosts in them every time they do. I've got yet another Speedy in my line.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh. It appears that David has encountered the Basher.
Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
So, here's Bogmeyer. He shows up on a specific hour of the night. And in this case, he shows up right now.
If I were to probably show up, I think the lightning would double, right?
No, that was on an older version. So, Bogmeyer is a special kind of boss. Out of all the other bosses in the game, Bogmeyer is one of 2 that can actually damage you. In which his damage ratio is very high. This is the first... By the way, this is the first time I've gone to capture Bogmeyer with just vanilla equipment. Ouch. So, Bogmeyer's attacks are quite damaging.
What do you mean by vanilla equipment?
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
By default settings.
Yeah.
Default equipment settings. Whew. If you manage to kill one of the special bosses, they will drop a heart that gives you 30% health back. So, because I managed to get a maximum multiplier on Bogmeyer, this means I got a lot of points. Ow!
Yeah. B button is the duck, right?
No, A button is.
Oh. Okay. I forgot.
So, to retrieve your ghost trap, I forgot to mention this, you have to press the duck button while standing on it.
I got a lot of them in my sights.
So, one of the things that I had in mind when working on the Ghostbusters Proton Pack is that it'd be designed for people who have a harder time with the vacuums mechanics, and want something a little easier to start off with. But there's still a strategy that has to be done, that has to be taken into consideration with it.
Yeah. You can only capture so many ghosts. Unlike with these puppies. Yeah! Oh my gosh, my grip.
Oh gosh! So if you notice, Egad, unlike the other guys, whenever he gets spooked by the Basher, he gets a special animation where he's excited about it and he's waiting for it to pop up again. And then laughs about it whenever he recovers.
Yeah. My grip meter ran out.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention and I got oogada boogad.
Yeah.
So, something I should mention about what I was talking about with the being affected by ghosts is that characters like using Luigi as a basis, Luigi will lose 50% of his maximum health if startled by a Basher.
I got startled by a Basher a little bit ago and look at where my health's at.
Yeah, if Yoshi Yoshi is canonically more afraid of ghosts than Luigi is.
I'm not opening that door.
So, since canonically, so since he's even too afraid to go into ghost houses,
yeah.
He actually takes more. He'll actually take more damage from the Bashers. He'll actually lose 60% of his health.
Yeah.
And so Mario, since he's actually braver than Luigi, he actually only loses 40% of his maximum.
Yeah, these
And
are the two extreme people right here.
And then Egad, on the other hand, since he's actually even less afraid of ghosts, he actually loses 35. He originally, during early development of his character, only lost 30, but I increased it to 35. Which in this case means that Egad is the slowest character in the game.
Yoshi's the fastest character in the game,
but he's also very weak to basher jump scares.
Yeah.
So this game also has a big risk and reward thing added to it. So the lower the difficulty you set the game to, the less of a reward you get from it. The ghosts are easier to capture, but they also drop less treasure.
Yeah.
Which the difficulty of the game, which I'll go back to the menu here. All right, this is where we'll do the full round. So I think for this round we'll demonstrate a full round of the game on full round of the game, full maximum time, on normal mode. This way, whenever I drop the game, all of you can experience the game. Experience the hardest mode of the game, the hardest difficulty of the game for yourselves. On normal mode, the game has default settings. On hard mode, everything gets increased. The ghosts' health get doubled. Their attack gets increased by 5, and the rewards they drop are great.
And you have to fight that thing in the dark.
Oh, and the higher the difficulty, the darker the mansion is.
Yeah.
Originally, during early development of the difficulty mode, if you selected the hard mode, the mansion would be pitch black except for whatever light sources were present. Which that wasn't going to work out so great with people with characters carrying the proton pack.
Yeah. Because the proton pack doesn't use lights unless you use the proton stream to make it a little glow.
Yeah, and if you were playing as a character with a vacuum, you only saw just the flashlight. That's why there's a slight little halo around the characters.
Yeah.
So we'll do the CRT again. Yeah, I guess we can do CRT.
Alright.
So, this time around, we're going to play a full 36-minute round, which is how long it'll take to get through a 6-hour game.
Yeah.
So here's how the difficulties work. On normal difficulty, regular little white ghosts do 10 damage. Punchers and twirlers do 15.
Yeah.
And bosses do 30. Well, the two special bosses in the game do 30. On easy mode, on 1-star mode, the white ghost does 5 damage. Punchers and twirlers do 10. And bosses do 25. And the two special bosses do 25. However, if you were to buff the game's difficulty up to level 3 stars, all ghosts get double health. Their treasure rewards are even greater. They also do 5 points more damage. So white ghosts will do 15. Punchers and twirlers will do 20. And believe me, it's a lot easier to die on 3-star mode.
Yeah, especially with all the bosses you have to deal with too.
Yep. Well, thankfully, majority of the bosses don't attack you. There's only two that do, and they can kill you easily. And those 2 that can attack you can kill you easily.
Yeah.
So, but we will not be playing 3-star. We'll actually just be doing 2-star, normal 2-star mode, just so you can get an idea of what a full round of this looks like. Typically, the default round is 4 hours, which would just be 24 minutes. But we're gonna show what would happen if you just did a full 36-minute round.
Yeah.
And should we use the LMBR BGM there, or the mashup, or the MIDI?
You could probably do the mashup.
All right. So in this round, we're basically just gonna pick a character of our choice and go with them. Let me see here. Who do I want to play around with? You know what? Why not? I'll be Super Mario this time. And yes, there's costumes from infamous games as well in here, as I should mention. I'm going to play Mario 3, and I also use Poltergeist 400.
Yeah.
So the co-op feature that I should mention that's hidden in the equipment is if both you and player 1 use proton, both player 1 and 2 use proton packs, only one and if they decide to progress the mansion together, only one player needs to drop a trap in order for captures to begin. Probably wouldn't be a good idea to capture him with current state of your equipment.
Almost had him.
So now that we're doing a full round, now is a good time to mention that if you're having trouble with the game, fear not. There are purchasable upgrades that can be gained in this game, such as 2 levels of upgrades that can increase your vacuum damage, as well as there is also a upgrade that can increase the cooling well, make it harder for your equipment to overheat, as well as increase the grip meter of certain equipment. As well as there is improved trap upgrades for the proton packs, and there's also one sec, I gotta focus on this. Crap, he broke free.
Hopefully that wasn't the key one.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I have a lot of Speedy Spirits in this room.
What the heck? That's another one I lost. That's annoying. Well, we've probably lost the key one. And that's really obnoxious. But I've been wrong before.
Yeah. We'll just have to see.
I should also mention it. Oh, there goes that. There goes the Ooga Booga. If you're also having trouble finding Speedies, there's also an upgrade that you can purchase that helps find them.
Yeah, they're barely visible, and it. Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, the Speedy Spirits are visible in the room. You can see them, but you have to have a very strong sense of detail to see them. Thankfully, there is a ghost radar that you can purchase in the shop that goes off when they're present.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you little pest.
We definitely lost the key for sure. I'm gonna go on ahead and see what I can get anyway.
Well, you might want to just grind up a bit more. That way you can just go in one go instead of wasting time.
Am I in another room with another Speedy? Nope.
So, there is one other power-up that can be gained from capturing ghosts, and that is only exclusive to the bosses. But they have a low chance of dropping it. There's a chance that you could, there's a chance that you could gain a one-up mushroom, but those do not work for you. They instead work for your partner. By default, you can only revive your partner once, but if you happen to get a one-up, you can revive them again outside of that one time. So now that I have purchased the Ghost Radar, you'll see it's above my head, but because there's no Speedy Spirit present, it's just stabilized as it's just a stable blue. Which, when one becomes present, it will start beeping and change color. And the closer I get to one, the more the color starts appear. The more the color changes. I've also increased my vacuum's damage output and increased its cooling. So I should mention that by increasing damage, you also reduce your vacuum's defenses slightly. So, and there's only a certain number of upgrades you can get, such as, you have 3 slots open for equipment upgrades. So, you can generally, if I had more equipment upgrades for one specific equipment thing, you could get potentially 3. But any of the plus equipment will take up 2 slots. So honestly, you could only really truly buy just like 2 upgrades. 2 equipment upgrades. My radar is oddly silent.
I just got it.
What did you get?
The Speedy Spirit.
Yeah, for whatever reason, my radar is silent.
Maybe you're just in a room where Speedies are not present.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've been getting the Speedy Spirit, so if I got mine, I would be going off like crazy.
There we go. Got one going off.
There's your Speedy Spirit. Oh, you changed the icon.
Yep. I would just go with the regular upgrades for right now.
Apparently I can't get these.
That's because they're trap upgrades. When you find a Speedy Spirit, we've been talking about finding these guys all the time, but we've never told how to get them. When you find a Speedy Spirit, you press the Y to get them to come out of hiding. And you have to be quick about trying to vacuum them up once you stun them. Otherwise, they will flee. we lost those 2 keys.
Yeah. 2
You know what, that
keys
were-
now.
That's what I said. Unless they're still roaming around.
Yeah.
Which that's happened to me before. Like, I kid you not, I have missed... Like, I have missed multiple, Speedies in the past, and I still got all the keys.
You just may never know. I guess I was a little too close.
I've got, like, so much glitter coming off of me. Ah!
Hi, you met the most dangerous thing on the planet. The ghost room.
We've definitely lost the keys at this rate.
Yeah. It's probably because I misjudged on how far. Because I was, like, probably on top of it and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, that's what you've done multiple times.
There we go.
Might want to be a little bit quicker in the response of that.
I haven't had that much practice of catching Speedy Spirits like you have.
Well, you have a copy of the game.
Yeah. I just keep getting distracted by other things. Alright. Just a regular room. Alright, you're just the 2 left. Oh, that's weird. Oh wait, it was probably on like the other side of the wall when you were around that corner.
Yeah, if the Speedies get so far outside the trigger, then the room starts advancing as normal. So, you've probably heard us talking constantly about losing keys and stuff. currently in the game. Always when I'm talking.
I want you to finish the sentence.
So currently in the game, there are 2 Speedy Spirits that can drop keys. If they get away, then those keys are gone for good. You cannot get another chance to get them.
I don't know how I dodge all those punchers. So how many keys? Like 2?
There's just 2.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about developing a mode to this game where you actually have to, where if you turn it on, you actually have to get a key in order to open up more of the mansion.
Yeah. You got 2 bashers. Oh, there we go. Alright. Okay, I'm good now. Man, these ghosts are like dropping treasure all over the place. Here we go. Got all that. Open all the coins. And room's clear. Ah, basher.
Also, the longer it takes, also when you clear a room, you'll notice that a treasure appears, drop some coins.
Yeah.
The longer you take to clear the room, the less coins you get from the chest.
Yeah.
Ow! Open the door! Let Mario in!
And then watch the scariest mushroom comes out and eat your face off. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Luigi.
Okay. Okay. I think one was just about ready to appear in my room.
I think it's because it was going off over it. My radar was going off. Oh, cool! I just had 3 spawn at the same time, or rather they appear. So I should mention that the way the ghosts work is that they will spawn anywhere in the room. However, they will not appear unless you move outside, move away from them.
Yeah.
So they will never spawn right on top of you. They will only spawn if you're a certain distance. Oh no!
Certain distance away, yeah. Like the spawn keeps changing from different parts of the room.
Oh darn it. Can't tell you how much there's this huge part of me that wishes that it would drop a that it just by chance we managed that we didn't miss the keys, but I know for a fact we missed them.
Yeah.
My health appears to be getting low. Oh no. Oh no.
That's unusual. I'm
Sad
usually...
sounds. No, that happens sometimes. Sometimes I just mess up a lot.
Yeah, I'm usually the one with the lowest health. Alright, good grub ghost. Ow. And there goes the ghost. I'm in danger!
Yes, you are in very much danger.
Ain't Luigi's Mansion game if you're not being haunted by ghosts. Close the door.
Ah, you piece of crud.
They're getting more violent. Why are you getting more violent, spirits? Oh, look what spawned on right on top of me. Oh, correction, it's right behind me. Well, not much I can do about it now. Alright. Oh, it spawned to you now because it got bored of me. Is that it? It's like, this scrawny green guy is too skittish. I want to go for the fat red one.
Ha! I still caught it with all those ghosts on top of me.
Yeah.
That's awesome. If only I could have done that earlier and saved us the loss of the key.
Yeah. But I think
Or
only one of us could get to the treasure room.
Yeah, who cares? We still would have had a chance of getting it. Ah. I tried to be fancy. I suck at being fancy. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Health bar! Health bar!
If you gotta be fancy, make sure your pinky's out.
That's why I'm about to die.
If you're gonna die, do it fancy. Hi.
Hopefully some health bars drop or something. I've got like 12 health left down there, and we've still got 2 hours left on the clock.
Not all hope is lost. Hey, look, I found health. Oh, that's me.
Something I should mention is that there's nothing more dangerous in this game than walking into an active room that's already being taken care of by the other player. Because you could walk through the door, and there could be a ghost in the middle of an attack flying across the screen, and you could take a hit.
It'd be like that comical sense, like Mamma Mia! And Luigi would be like, oh, I wonder what this room looks.
Flies across the room, smacks the wall.
Yeah. Oh, Bogmeyer.
I'm going for him.
I wish you good luck.
So something I should mention, that there is a way to survive this. If you're having trouble, there is a maximum health increaser that gives you a max health buff by 25 and refills your health upon purchase.
You never usually buy that.
Well, in this case I did, because I didn't want to die to Bogmeyer.
I thought you were gonna say some random disease. Bogmeyer! I'm gonna die with Bogmeyer disease! But no, it's like Bogmeyer. We were trying to say Bogmeyer, but all I heard was Ogmeyer.
No, I said Bogmeyer. I just talk fast when I'm nervous. Ah, burn!
Ah, my retinas!
No, my hide. Ah! I got struck by lightning again. If this was hard mode, I probably would have been deaded. I would have been dead.
You would have died of a horrible and painful death.
Ah, I got him. And I got some health back too, so I'm not entirely going to die. Hello, Mr. Lugosi. So, as I update this game, I'm actually going to make it to where, right now, currently, the Speedies will always appear in the same spot inside of a room. Well, when I get back to work on the game, I'm actually going to update it to where they actually can appear anywhere in the room. So it'll make it harder to find, one, harder to find them, and two, make the ghost radar even more reliant, or reliable anyway.
That was weird.
What was weird?
I thought I was in the right amount of space, but...
Ow!
I thought I had enough distance away to do it.
Do what?
To do a combo capture, but there's one, like, peered, like, at the very edge corner.
Oh, you know what? I think I know who's still active that I can go for.
Oh, the jar.
Yeah, Mr. Jarman.
You got double whammied.
Whoa! You left a room full of ghosts up here.
I did?
Yeah, you did. Jarvis's room has ghosts in it.
I don't remember being in that room.
Yeah, you were... Yeah. Yeah, there was ghosts still up here, and I haven't been in the attic yet.
Have I been in the attic? I guess I just couldn't remember because all the rounds just seem like the same that we've done.
Yeah, I know for a fact I haven't been to the attic yet.
I just couldn't remember, so I'll just say I did.
Because I know I was on the first floor. I was on the first floor when Bogmeyer showed up.
I was like at the bottom floor too when he showed up. It could have been like super early in the round and the ghost just happened to be there when I left it, I guess. Like, I may have left to go grab gear and I just didn't realize that I still had ghost to catch.
Oh yeah, it was probably back early whenever you were like, maybe I should go see what I can... Yeah, it was back whenever you were trying to go for equipment when you only had like 1.3 thousand coins.
Yeah. Because I think I was having a little bit of trouble and I just get my mind sidetracked and lost.
Hopefully Jarvis doesn't pull that nonsense that he did with me the other day where he just would not show up. Yeah, sometimes in this game you will have rounds where the bosses just the room bosses just will not show up.
Yeah, because their percentages, they just happen to hit that sweet spot. Percentages.
Hey, it's the rave party, boo!
Open the door! Yeah.
David or Shadowfear, he was actually present in the same room with me when I created the ghost, when I programmed the ghost mushroom, and that was quite an adventure we had with that thing.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. And it would be more entertaining to put the fat ones in the jar because they always like to squeal.
Do you have like some kind of grudge against the twirlers?
No, I just thought it would be funny. Now the real grudge is that ghost room. I would be happy to stick that in a thumbnail tack.
What?
You know, like one of those things that you do for sewing?
Oh, come on.
It's a thumbtack, yeah.
You mean pin it to a wall with a thumbtack?
Stuff it into a thumbtack.
Inside of a pin? Do you realize what a thumbtack is?
It's a metal thing that protects you from getting stabbed from the thumb.
No. A thumbtack is basically a tack that sticks things through the wall.
Are you sure?
Yes, that's what a thumbtack is.
It's probably been a while since I have education on sewing, so I might have gotten the term wrong.
Well, the thumbtack isn't even used in sewing.
It can be used for sewing, yeah, like the little the metal thing that you stick to your thumb when you sew.
That's not a thumbtack.
What would you call it then?
I'll have to look it up, but that's definitely not a thumbtack.
Well, I might have probably remembered it wrong when my grandma used it and my mom used it for sewing and stuff like that.
Thumbtacks are like those little needle things with a flat head on them, kind of like a nail-looking thing that you use to stick messages onto a classroom bulletin board or something. That's a thumbtack.
I think that's called that way.
Yeah, it is.
I might be wrong, who knows. I don't care.
It's called a thumbtack because you use your thumb to push it into something. Into the wall, for example, or the billboard. That's why it's called a thumbtack. Yeah, a tack is it refers to something sharp used to pin something into the wall with.
That doesn't sound right.
It is right. I guarantee it. I grew up in the classroom with it being called that, and everyone in my everyone I know calls it that too. Oh my gosh. Speedies galore.
Yeah, I had speeds galore myself, but I've been having trouble trying to catch those suckers.
Okay, Speedies. Oh. So say, leave me alone, you little buggers. I'm trying to catch Jarvis.
There you go.
Whew. Got Jarvis. So, we may have missed a golden key and the mansion boss key.
Yeah.
All in the first minute of the game. Which, I cannot tell you how frustrating that is.
Yeah, my reaction time has been a little bit off. But who knows, maybe this will probably be it.
I'm pretty sure they're long gone.
You said you've been surprised before.
Yeah, but at this rate, with the number we've missed, I'm pretty sure we've missed them all. We would have came across it by now. Alright, we got less than a minute to capture as many as we can.
Yeah. I got punched in the face. It was playing pinball against the wall, and then it jumped right into my face.
What did?
A mushroom.
Oh, okay. So, speaking of the mushroom, it's really entertaining when one...
Ah! Let me out of here!
It's really entertaining when one gets stuck in the corner and it can't get out, so it goes... when it's stuck in the corner like that. Alright, so we actually did pretty decent on score-wise. I actually got all of the mansion bosses except for the main mansion boss. David got some good
I had some good numbers, yeah.
yeah. If only we hadn't missed the golden chest. I'm pretty sure if David had gotten the golden chest and he just happened to drop a golden diamond, he would definitely have the highest score, but it didn't do that. Anyways, that's pretty much all there is to this game. Eventually, I'm gonna have it available for play at some point. But for now, we will see you all whenever that happens. Until then, just enjoy the video, or stream, or whatever. I gotta remember where my screen is.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you in the next time we stream, or whatever. Bye-byes.
Bye.